Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today, I am jumping into the new First Soldier story, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to take on the Chapter 7 extra boss, the Buno D'rhad. Now, this boss isn't one of the toughest ones so far. However, if you don't have the right things, it could prove to be quite the monumental challenge. So that being said, let's take a look at this boss and what you can do in order to get your clear of it. So Glenn is the only character that is required in the fight. I am going to say that you are going to want to bring either Lucia or Sephiroth. Whoever you can run to do more ice damage, bring them. So for Sephiroth, if you have his edged wings built up, if you have the costume, even edged wings by itself might be good enough. The thing about Lucia is that she has the bald eagle right here, and so she can slot in the third slot here a Blizzara Blow with the Imperil, and it does a lot of damage. So Lucia can be good, Sephiroth can be good. You just need to choose your strongest ice character. So for me, that is going to be Sephiroth. So I'm going to switch out Lucia here, and Matt is going to be a staple in this fight, and you do not need his new weapon or his new costume in order to win this fight, guys, which was my basic understanding when Matt's new banner came out, is that it wasn't going to be absolutely necessary, I think, in at least 95% of content. All right, so that being said, this is a extra boss battle, so I can't show you guys a pre-built team. However, I am going to build it for you guys right now. All right, so let's start over here with Matt. For his costume, I'm going to give him the gear voucher healing / physical defense costume. First weapon's going to be Centipede. Second weapon is going to be Core Defender for the magic defense up. For his limit break, I'm going to give him Judgment Bolt from Ramuh so we can help with extra damage. However, if you're having trouble with the, defense up, which even if you don't have the OB6 Core Defender, I still think you're going to be fine. I don't think you need to use Gigantic Shield. However, you can use Gigantic Shield if you need. I just like bringing the triple elemental summons into this fight. Also, if you have Leviathan built, I recommend putting Leviathan on Glenn instead of what I'm going to put is Ifrit. All right, so that being said, we have our setup for costume, limit break, and weapons right here. Now for our heal, we're going to have the Cura in the third slot. In the second slot, I am going to put Ice Breach to help Sephiroth take out the left hand of the boss, and we are going to have a very important triangle sigil right here on Matt. All right, so let's go over to Glenn right here. I'm going to switch him to his limit break costume, the Vanguard style, and we are going to be running his Stream Slasher. Mine's level 80 OB1, so you don't need anything crazy in order to take this on. And I'm going to be running the Ultimatic here. If you don't have the Ultimatic, you just slot something like you could put the Steiner's Blade. You could put the Hardcore Squad in order to better help Matt. Either way, you want to kind of spec him for damage. So in his third slot, I'm going to have a Healing Asuna Darkness right here. I'm going to have a Thundara Blow on him in his second slot for doing damage, and then another Triangle Sigil Break right here. For his summon, I am going to use Ifrit. However, if you did have Leviathan's Tidal Wave, you would definitely want to use that instead. I only have Briny Bellow at level 4, so I'm going to run Ifrit. Okay, now let's jump over to Sephiroth. I'm going to be running his Ice costume. For his summon, of course, Shiva's Diamond Dust. Protector's Braid in the first slot, and Edged Wings in the second slot. We are going to have a very important Healing Asuna Silence. You're going to get one from Chapter 7 First Soldier Story. All right, so build that, put it on here. In his second hand, I'm going to equip, or in his second materia, I'm going to equip a Quakera. Gives high magic attack, and it's going to help for taking out the boss's right hand. All right, and then for his sigil, of course, we're going to have a Triangle Sigil Break right here. Now let's take a look at the sub weapons here. All right, so for the sub weapons for Sephiroth, I'm going to go down and we're going to slot the Sun Umbrella right here. Okay, other than that, we are going to go down and slot, I think, the 1000 Waves right here as well. And then in the third slot, what's he sitting at? 7.4k. I think we can get some ice potency in here. So let's look at what we got. All right, and we'll slot the Rune Blade right here, which gives magic attack and ice potency. You could use either one, Amethyst Collar or the Rune Blade. So that's going to be our Sephiroth build right here. 126,000 power, 7.4k HP, 4.4k magic attack, 134 magic defense. This is the more important stat other in the defenses. Magic defense more important. And then his R abilities are going to be focusing, of course, magic attack, ice potency, magic ability potency. We've got the magic attack to all allies right here. Then we have a little magic defense and HP. All right, so that is going to conclude Sephiroth's build. Let's go back over to Matt, and we'll finish Matt here as well. All right, so I'm going to keep the guard stick in his first slot. In the second slot, I'm going to go down, and we're going to take the Chocobo Staff, all right, which gives healing and magic defense. All right, that's going to be that right there. Okay, and then in the third slot, we're going to want some type of HP up on him. Okay, so we're going to take the Beach Parasol right here, HP magic defense up. All right, so that's going to work perfect for Matt. Now, last but not least, we have Glenn here. I'm going to keep the Black Whiskers. It has high water potency right there, so that's a really good thing to bring. In his second slot, I'm going to bring, let's see, some type of weapon for increasing his magic defense. Maybe we don't quite have anything. All right, let's see here. Maybe I'll just run the Hell House Collar. Yeah, we'll run the Hell House Collar. It'll give him more physical defense, but that's going to be okay. And then in the last slot, I'm just going to run the Butterfly Edge for some HP right here. And that is going to be my setup on Glenn going into this fight. So Glenn is going to be at 7.9k HP, 3.1k physical attack, 140 physical defense, and 114 magic defense, which with his R abilities being HP 4, physical attack 4, he's got attack 3, water potency 4, he's got physical ability potency, and the good physical attack to all allies here as well. All right. Then last but not least, we have Matt. Matt will be sitting at 6.5k HP. You want to be above 6k, guys, all right? That's important. His magic attack is going to be 2.6k, 142 physical defense, 152 magic defense with almost 2.5k healing. And then his R abilities are going to be focusing HP, physical defense, magic defense. We've got heal at 9, super important, and then buff debuff extension here at level 3. And that is going to conclude the team build for this fight. As you guys can see, the power is a little over 229,000, but this is kind of a hard fight, and I do have, you know, some higher OB weapons. But as long as you can bring, you know, a strong... so I'm going to explain the fight here. We went through the team first. Normally I do this first, but let's take a look at the actual fight itself, all right? So when you fight this boss, it's going to have itself as something you can fight, and then both of its hands. The goal is to kill both of its hands, do as much damage to the boss as possible, then it's going to regenerate its hands, and then you're going to do rinse and repeat the same process. For its immunities, poison is not going to work. Physical attack, magic attack down does not work. Physical defense, magic defense down does not work, although it will inflict physical defense, magic defense down on itself periodically throughout the fight. During the fight, it's going to unleash a powerful linked attack with its right and left hands, with which it inflicts various debuffs on all targets, as well as physical defense, magic defense down on self. It will revive right and left hands with regenerate, like we just said. Magic defense up is effective in this fight, all right? And as well as defeating the right and left hands first. So let's look at the hands, right? So this is how we're going to take down the left hand. We put a Ice Breach on Matt. We spec'd Sephiroth for ice damage. This should take Sephiroth 2 or 3 hits. If you're not using Sephiroth, if you don't have Edged Wings, bring Lucia, bring Bald Eagle, and spec it with a Blizzara Blow in the 3rd materia slot, and this is also going to work really well. Start with the hand that you have the best chance of killing first, okay? Don't start with the hand that's harder. Okay, so we're going to take out the left hand first. That's going to leave us the right hand, right? Now for the right hand, we don't have a Earth Breach materia or a Water Breach materia or even a Wind Breach materia, right? So what we're going to be doing is Glenn is going to be our main DPS for the right hand, Sephiroth for the left. Glenn will be doing as much water damage as possible. We spec'd Sephiroth with a Quakera, so he's going to be able to do earth damage, although if your Protector's Blade is strong enough, you can just use the Protector's Blade. That's still going to damage the main boss as well. So for me, strategy is take out the left hand first, take out the right hand first, damage the boss. At one point in time, he's going to hit you with a Sigil Break in the fight. His main core body is going to be blocked on the Sigil. So until you beat the Sigils on both hands, then it will open up the main body. For me, I'm going to kill the hand that's super easy for me, or the easiest hand to kill, then break the sigils on the next hand, open up the boss, which will be 6 last triangle sigils, then take out those sigils and start doing damage on the boss. And then essentially the boss's rotation is some physical defense AoE attacks, some magic focused AoE attacks. Then he'll gear up for this big Eulogy of the Damned, which you definitely want to have magic defense up from Matt on to survive. But essentially, I'm going to show you guys my clear right now and get you guys into it. All right, let's go. All right, guys, here we are coming into the extra boss battle of Chapter 7. This is a really fun fight, and I am trying to get the clear for the first time here, so hopefully we can get it. So right off the bat, I'm actually going to target the left hand. This one is weak to ice, so hopefully we can take this down with Sephiroth like as fast as possible here. All right, so we're just going to see how it goes. I'm going to cast, let me see, Amulet Tribute here with Matt in a second, just so that we get that buff for the first big attack. All right, and we're going to block the first attack. So the idea here is to take out both his hands, do as much damage to the boss, be on top of the Sigil Break, kill his hands again when he regenerates. Wow, major damage there, guys. All right, so we are going to get the heal right here. Boom, there we go. Here comes Overwhelming Rancor. We are going to kill this hand right here. All right, and then we are going to break the sigils on the right hand. Boom. Okay, perfect. So now that we're onto the Sigil Break, we killed one of the hands. All right, we're not going to try and kill the other hand here. We're just going to break the sigils. Okay. In the meantime, all right, I'm going to have Matt be slowly healing on the back end right here. Okay, just to get everyone's HP back up. All right, there we go. We're taking out the sigils right now. We should have one right there. We open up the sigils in the middle. Okay. And we're looking pretty good. HP's good. Everything's solid right here. Immediately switching back to the right hand, which is weak to water and earth. So I'm going to be using Quakera right here to quickly take out the hand. All right. Glenn's doing some amazing damage with his water weapon over there. All right, and it looks like one more hit, and boom, we are good to go. So I'm going to test out damage right here. Which one is actually going to be better? Protector's Blow or Edged Wings right here, and I think it might be Edged Wings. So let's see here really quick which one is going to do more damage. All right, so it is pretty similar on the damage all around. All right, there we go. I'm going to interrupt his next attack and hit with the summons. Boom. There we go. Trying to get these summons out as fast as we can so that they can start regenerating as fast as possible. The boss is fairly tanky, but the summons should do about 15 or 20% of his total life for each time you summon them. Or, yeah, about 15%. Okay, and you can run Ifrit, Judgment Bolt, and Shiva here. He's not going to have resistances to them. But he does take quite a little bit of damage, let's be real. All right, so moving back into the damage now. Matt is going to start healing, get us back up to full. All right, and we're just going to proceed with doing as much damage as humanly possible right now. All right, so I'm going to check the damage with Ultimatic. I think that's going to be the best thing that we can actually do right here. All right, we're going to recover from this. So Matt is basically on full-time healing buffing duty. As you guys can see, I do not have his new weapon or costume, and he is holding up just fine, guys, which was my anticipation. All right, so here comes the regenerate on the hands. We're going to immediately switch over to the right hand. I'm going to Ice Breach it, and then we're going to take out this left hand. Sorry, my left and right is getting switched back and forth. Wow, very much damage on Sephiroth right there, taking out the left hand. All right, after this, we're going to switch over to the right hand. Boom. So looking really good right there. Boss is getting close to around half HP. All right, and now we are switching back over to the right hand. Glenn is going to be doing a lot of damage with his water abilities here. Okay, Matt is going to go for a heal periodically. All right, and we are back to it, guys. All right, here comes Overwhelming Rancor, and he's charging Elegy of the Damned. So I do want to try and kill this. Let me see here. We're going to get off the Amulet Tribute right now. We need to try and kill this hand. Hopefully it does less damage if the hand is killed. All right, so we didn't quite get the hand killed, but one of them is down. This is going to be probably the boss's biggest attack in the fight. So we do have magic defense charged, and we did survive it. All right, so even with 6.5k each, so around 6k HP, it's doable if you have the right resistances, guys. All right, here we go. Trying to get another heal off on Matt right here. Boss is hitting half hit points right now. All right, he's charging Elemental Rancor again. All right, so now he's casting Ode to the Damned. I'm going to get off both of these summons again here in a second. All right, I think I'm going to wait for Matt's summon to fully charge now. Let's use Amulet Tribute, and boom. Let's go. All right, so barely got off that magic defense buff. I'm guessing that this gets stronger every time he casts it. We'll see. Oh, different. Kind of a slightly different attack right there. It didn't have multiple hits. All right, so I'm actually going to interrupt the boss on his next phase right here. Actually, I think I'm going to wait for Matt, just so that we get the triple boost right there. All right, so here comes the hands again. He did regenerate. Okay, so with Matt, we're going to Ice Breach. Sephiroth is just going to quickly take down the left hand. Should only take him 2 casts of Aerial Frostblade. All right, there we go. Here comes Silent Torment. But the hand does go down. All right, unfortunately, Sephiroth is our one with silence right now, guys, which is a little bit brutal. Okay, and we're just kind of waiting on everything. All right, so let's get the darkness on Glenn, heal him. He can get back to what he needs to do. Sephiroth can't heal his own silence, which is burly. So just kind of unfortunate right there, but better him than Matt, I think. Well, actually, Matt could be healed from Sephiroth. All right, here we go. Just trying to do as much damage as we can, blocking the boss's attack. And Sephiroth, hopefully this silence wears off soon, guys. I'm going to get one more hit on with Glenn, and then we are going to attack with the summons. I'll wait to interrupt him on his next phase. The silence still fully there. And let's interrupt this. Boom. All right, so hopefully this takes out that right hand. But I'm pretty sure it has resistances to whatever the ice it's resistant to, I think, for sure. Yeah, resistant to ice, but we're still doing damage to the main boss, which is what's important right now. All right. Lightning is also it's resistant to, and it's also resistant to fire, I think, as well, which is a little bit burly. It would be nice to have Leviathan built, but I don't have it built as of yet. All right, so we're just going to have to rely on Glenn here to do some damage. And Sephiroth is healed. We're going to quickly Quakera, kill the right hand, and we are back to the main boss right here. So I am going to get a heal off with Matt. All right, and now we are just going to focus the main boss completely right now. He has all of his debuffs right now. All right, so here we go. And I'm going to drop Amulet Tribute. Give us some resistances. Here comes the Ode to the Damned. And we're just going to try and kill this dude before he gets off his next attack, if possible. I'm not sure if it is possible, so let's just prepare. And we cannot quite do it. So we just need to survive this attack, and the battle is done. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, that's absolutely perfect. We're going to get a heal off with Matt. and we're going to switch back to the main characters, and we are going to take this dude down. He is double charging it right now, but it is not going to make a difference. This boss is done. All right, guys, so I think a lot of people in the game have Sephiroth's aerial frostblade, but honestly, yeah, I guess if your ice user is someone other than Sephiroth, you know, bring Lucia, use her bald eagle, and then slot a Blizzara Blow instead of Sephiroth. Glenn is necessary, so hopefully you guys pulled for his limit break draw water weapon. As you can see, mine's only level 80 OB1, so even a base 5-star version is going to work as long as you can just slot some water potency up weapons in the sub. And then other than that, you don't need Matt's new banner weapon. I'm just using the Centipede. It's not even OB6, and then the Core Defender, but even if mine's OB6, but even if you don't have it there, I still think it's going to do fine for winning this fight because his like big AoE attacks, you have enough time to double cast the Core Defender, so you're going to have the high tier magic defense buff regardless. So anyways, guys, as is my wont with all of my videos, if you guys have any questions, concerns, your team is different than mine, you can't get it to work, you know, always drop a comment. I'm happy to help you guys. And if this video was helpful to you guys today in getting that clear for this extra boss, don't forget to drop a like on the video and to subscribe for future Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. That being said, hope you all have a wonderful night, take care, and peace.